started playing some Germany 8.0 this morning, and I ran into this game, and I absolutely had to save it after I was done, because what you're going to see is probably one of the best, most fun, but very hard fought wins I've had in a really long time. Newest update, they added vehicles and jets and all kinds of other stuff, but I still wind up going back to the same old, same old. Pretty much anything below 8.7. But here we are, Carpathians. And this is actually one of my, if you're gonna do battle, I like this map layout because there's, yeah, you have to almost get in the spawn to do it, but what that does is it makes people battle. Like you have to fight it out. It's not just rush the cap and the other team, once you get a foothold, they can't catch up. But I'm gonna jump in the Rocket Panzer II. I realized I hadn't had this thing spaded, and I hadn't played it in a while. It's still a really good vehicle. If you don't have it or you haven't played it in a while, jump back in it. The Rocket Team Jagdpanzer. Got a ton of pen. The reload's good. The missiles they still track with the joystick or the mouse pad. So my plan was, I'm gonna sneak around this back area and go up onto the hill. A lot of newer players don't do this, and it used to be like a requirement, like it was a thing. There was always somebody on this back hill. There's always probably like 3 people on this back hill. But they started moving the caps more towards the castle side, and basically nobody goes back there anymore. I do. I still go back there. Some of your older players will go back there. But yeah, Rocket Panzer. They still haven't smoothed out. See, they used to spawn back in this corner. There used to be a spawn back here, and they would spawn this team in this back corner, and the red arrow would be about where Charlie 6 is. They used to spawn them that way, but they got such an advantage because they were up on the hill and almost in the fortress. Everybody complained about it, so they changed the map up. Now, if you come back here, you can get into these trees and almost go unseen. And as I'm driving, I always look through these rocks. And I think here in a second, I think I catch a glimpse of the guy, one guy, but I'm not sure. I'm actually looking forward to this replay so I can see it. You hear a heli coming in, that's friendly. I'm gonna have to make a video on the Cobra, the first one, H1, freaking awesome. With those standard Hellfire rockets, they're just good. I like them. Plus you don't have to worry about getting clapped like Tunguskas and ADATs and everything else. Well, I guess ADAT's American, but higher tier I've noticed a lot of the free-for-all battle where it's all nations on one team and all nations on the other team, so it's just kind of wide open. So it's creeping up here, watching the mini-map. I see I got 2 guys that kind of are up on the rocks up there. And I want to find, there's an opening back here that lets you see down this back alley. And I've literally only ever seen one other person use this. Just a peek, make sure nobody's looking at me, I'm not looking at anybody, there's nobody up on the ridge line. But you can get on that ridge line and really shoot people, because you got a clear view all the way across the map. So sometimes people will come across that ridge line, but today there's nobody. So there's a little spot you can see, need to move a little bit more. Been trying to really get my Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch some computer games. In between War Thunder kind of took a downturn there. I don't know, it was one of the patches that was just not good. And I quit playing for a solid month and a half. In the latest update, I think they got it right again, or got it close to as right as War Thunder ever is. But so I see some people getting shot, and I can't tell who's what. I got this guy here. With the blue lettering, I almost did a double take. Shoot, turret. Just popped his head off, because they keep ammo in the turret. Now there's a guy here. I can't quite see him. No, okay, so you can see up the alley right there. That goes almost all the way into their spawn, and you can usually sit here and hit people. And then this missile, ATGM, is super powerful. I didn't realize it at the time. That's my team shooting at people that are hiding over here in these rocks. I just haven't noticed them yet, and then I did. Just the top of him, I think it's M551. But missile just clips the top of that berm, and of course, as soon as he saw that hit, he's gone. I'm starting to worry because there's jets flying around. They're usually freaking stupid G91s. And they have those stupid missiles that I hate because they kill everything in one hit. Like, they can hit the ground 10 feet away from you. But if you drop a 500-pound bomb 10 feet away, that doesn't kill you. So, I don't like those missiles. I think they're way overpowered for what they are. The Nord. And, yep, that was an M551. He just got detonated. And I didn't see the warrior. And he was all the way up on the hill on the other side. So I'm going to jump in my Leopard, A1A1. Now this one's different from the A1 L44. And the L44 gets a bigger gun. It's 120 millimeter, where this is only 105. And it really does make a difference. And it makes more, I think it makes more horsepower because they seem to fly by me. This gun's only 105 millimeter. But I mean, it's still pretty much point and click. Everything I shoot at pretty much dies in one hit. Instead of going all the way around this time, I'm going to sneak up the thing and not run into this rock, I swear. Nobody saw that. You can see on the map, there's one of my guys is up on the hill right in front of me. So I think he's got this front alley kind of covered, but I don't think he was paying attention because we'll catch a glimpse. That guy. Right on that ridge line right in front of me. Just drove by. See him? I knew he was going to camp until I drove by underneath him, so I'm trying to warn my partner. There's a guy right there. But he does what I love, and that is push out, so I shoot. And he goes boom. And a ZSU-57, those things are super deadly to Leopards. A1A1s, they're deadly to regular tanks. The 57 millimeter twin, they claim anti-aircraft, but they're not as deadly as they used to be, but they are still very, if they get it beside you, toast. Most of the time in front of you, they'll take out your barrel, take out your turret, and then just drive around you and kill you. If you're watching the map, my team is pushing up pretty decent across the midline. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be, looks like we're moving forward, a nice win. Team seems to be doing alright, we're pushing them back towards their spawn. So what I'm going to do is instead of going back up in that corner, because somebody already knows I'm there, I'm going to climb up here. And you got this guy coming up with me, and he looks like he's going to go down that road there towards this cap, the B cap. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and watch his back and watch this back alley. Just catch a glimpse on top of, there's a T-54 coming down this road. So that's a BMP really far away. There he is. I missed the shot. Pop smoke, back out. Because I know he's either going to push hard at me, which if he was smart he wouldn't, because it's a Leopard. You don't push on a Leopard, they're faster than you. They have a faster turret traverse, faster everything. There he is. Have a nice day. You don't push on a Leopard in a T-54. Maybe if you were in a T-62, because they get kind of bouncy, but at 8.7, with the L44s running around, their gun goes through everything. Like I said, this is only a 105, but it's still very, very deadly. So I've noticed my team's pushing pretty good. I feel like we're doing alright, but they're starting to crumble a little bit. If you notice, they're going to start dying. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to hold my line. And what's one of the worst things that can come down this alley right now? The cheese wedge. Drop some arty. Because it looks like they got a bad guy in there. So BMP killed the Gepard. They traded killed, basically. Here he is. That thing is super deadly, and it's very hard to pin. Because it's got like a 70-degree something angle. So I hit him, and I backed up, wait on the reload. I'm thinking he's going to push. Because he knows he's got me. If he keeps his angle right, that thing bounces rounds. I didn't take his barrel out. You can see they're pushing up around the B point now. Like, okay, he hasn't moved yet. Let's go ahead and push back out. I don't see him. Nope, I do see him. I see his little black dot, little speck over there. Team's cleaning up. So I'm like, okay, so we're doing good. I'll go ahead and risk pushing out. It looks like we're going to win anyway. With that bombing, I'm like, okay, so is he damaged? Did they catch fire? Did they maybe break his breach? Looks good, let's push. And he backs way up there and changes the angle so I can pin. Now look at the thing. We just lost 1, 2, 3 tanks for the one I killed. Our team just got freaking clapped. So check in one more time. I really want to rush across there and go help my team, but that's weird. There always seems to be just one more coming across there. Waiting on my artillery to reload because artillery works good as a smoke screen. Now I've killed 2 or 3 of them, so they're probably thinking I'm camping right there. But if you remember, that very first T-54 guy I killed, or not T-54, what was it? What did I kill over there? Or maybe it was the 5.51. But now I'm just remembering back, so. You set in one area too long, somebody's eventually going to come around behind you. There he is, the M163, 20mm Gatling gun. Fortunately for me, I was able to get my armor facing towards him. He has very, very low pen rounds, but if they get on the side of you, they can really hurt you. Say goodnight. And now I get a long repair. I'm thinking, he's going to respawn if he had enough points. And I can't get my barrel down over the butt of my freaking tank because of the hill I'm on, and they just have a big old booty. So, I swear somebody's going to come up. My team's getting freaking beat down. I got to get around there and help them. Because if you look, 1, 2 just died. Again. And Object 279 is very deadly, and I pretty much have the only thing on the field right now I think that can pen that thing and kill it. I have the only gun. soon as I figure out how to fast forward videos and make them go fancy type thing, I'll do it. Type 87, he's got missiles unless he's used them all, but he's very easily no armor. Team is getting beat. Calling for help. I see him right there. I don't want to blow the shot because as soon as he sees me, he's going to be ready. He's dead. There goes the IT-1, just killed him. IT-1 is a tow, basically a tow missile launcher. There's another T-62, no, IS-2? Oh, T-10, in the IS family. Shoot the missile. Got to shoot the missile out. That's the IT-1. It's a tow missile launcher. He knows he's dead. He can't reload fast enough. If he was smart, he would have cut right and dropped off the backside of that hill, but not so much. So now, once again, I'm thinking, okay, killed the IT-1, killed that thing. Let's range find this helicopter and try to kill him. Because the Gepard clearly can't get it. And I whipped the shot. I 100% should have hit that shot. I had a range find and everything, I just got antsy. Dropped Artie on the back. Okay, so we're starting to push back out. Team's coming up, starting to catch up. I'm gonna press. Because I should have. They're probably on their second or third spawn, so we don't know. They're probably starting to run out of good tanks. I'm still on my second spawn, so I still have my second best tank. Well, best tank in my lineup, but I used the rocket panzer first. We're just gonna push this guy. Okay, we're gonna back up. Because I don't want to sit there and spawn. I figure I get up there and get one shot in. We're gonna back all the way back to you. Look at the ticket feed. This is where things are going to start to go crazy. That guy's starting to creep down because I left that alley alone. He gets one. I'm going to go jump in this bunker with my teammate. Something. I don't know what it was, but I bounced it. Just lost a teammate to that heli I should have killed a while ago. Remember the old adage, tracers work both ways? He's going to take a hit. I'm going to try to repair him to help keep us both alive. Get calling somebody out. Remember that ZSU I said was so deadly? Here it is. Look at Big Apple. I think I've killed him twice now. Or one time or two times, and he's killed me once. He's going to kind of go on a killing spree while I'm respawning. I'm going to deal with this pesky helicopter and not blow the shot this time. If you look again, we just lost 2 more tanks to that ZSU. That big apple plasma guy. And another. So he's just basically cleaned up our entire team. So we're both got 9 kills, so we're definitely leading the team. There's an AD4 up. I don't know, that thing normally can carry a couple 1,000-pounders, a single 2,000s, 500s, it can carry a lot of things. So it could be potentially very deadly if the guy flying it knows what he's doing. But if he's just starting and hasn't spaded it out, he's not going to be doing very good. The phone problems. Sorry about the noise. Now I know he's there, but if he sees me, he's going to kill me. Because that ZSU can. I see him firing. That's where he was the last time. So how do you get an open top vehicle to flush out? You drop artillery on that guy. I'm gonna turn, try to get into a better firing position. He's gonna make a run for it, and I'm not gonna be able to push over this hill. But he doesn't go far enough. There's his butt sticking out. So I'm gonna move down, get up on this hill. And Mr. Big Apple Plasma. And he just took out 3 or 4 of my teammates. Now my teammate's gonna start screaming for help, because there's a BMP that's basically got them all pinned in the spawn. So you just killed the Type 60. Now I know Mr. Big Apple Plasma guy is going to start coming back. He's going to respawn. He's got enough points. He's got enough backups in his lineup. And I can hear him, I just can't see him, because they're not telling me where he's at. BMP2, very deadly. He's got Sabo rounds and he's got ATGMs. So I gotta see him before he sees me and get the rounds in. And those stupid little hit marker things are terrible. Because that is not where he is at. It's not even close. But I see him and I waste too much time on the shot, and guess who's back? Put out the fire, fire round. Put out the fire round. I was losing crew. There's that damn T-54 again, look at the ticket bleed. And we're down to 2 minutes left in the match. I hear you, buddy. I'm coming. So it's 3 versus 4, 4 versus 4, and this one's gonna go the duration. There's 2 minutes left, so we got to get up there and get some points. We're not gonna have enough time to cap. It takes like 3 or 3.5 minutes to actually fully cap. So I'm debating on cutting out over this open field to be quick, because there's 4 people. I know there's one in the cap. Possibly 2. That means there's 2 more out there that could shoot me in the side or ruin this entire match. There's one teammate. Okay, he got one. There's a 906 gone. That thing's deadly. No armor, but it's got a 4-second reload. So I'm glad he's dead. My teammate's gonna climb up here. He's going to take the high castle, so I'm going to cut low. There's a little ledge I know you can get up on, and sometimes get shots off. So he gets 1 kill, so there's 2 of the 4 down. Mr. Big Apple is still sitting there. And I missed, but my teammate got him. Should be about a minute 30 left. Again, we need points. We got to make sure we have the points. There it is. Had to take a few long deep breaths after that. Killed 1 air target, killed 11 ground targets, got 2 assists, all the awards. So, great battle. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time.